Okay, welcome everybody. It's Pro Spartan Gamer. Not been there for ages and ages and ages, but we're back with a little video on 2K PGA 23 golf game, and I've created another course. It's called Arenas of Sparta. I don't know if you remember, 8 years ago, unbelievably, I made 3 courses: Rock of Leonardus, Forgotten Spartan, Forest of Sparta, and Spartan Springs. Some of you played it. Let's get to the crack straight away. I mean, I'm not the best course designer in the world. Don't claim to be, but I'm quite pleased with what I've done here. It's a good effort. It's my first effort on this new game, which I'm really enjoying, I've got to say. We're going to do a bit of an overview of it, and then we're going to pick up a couple holes, just show you a couple bits and pieces for you to look at. And then, yeah, it's going to be published then, and you can have a crack at it and let me know what you think. So we've gone for, I think it's the Alps theme, because we've got obviously mountain ranges in the background, etc. Got rid of quite a lot of the original trees. We've added, what we've basically done, we've scrapped the whole lot. It's not a generated course, this is made from scratch. I reckon about 30 to 40 hours. So just going to fly over the top of it now and just show you some of them. The first elevation, it goes down, there's a real drop into the hole down there. We've got quite a few holes like the second, which are risk and reward holes. So here, if you get your drive spot on, avoiding those rocks that you can see in the centre of the fairway, you do have a shot across the lake to a very narrow green coming in that way. It's a par 5, or you play around safe around the corner and you've got an easier approach. Lots of par 3s, I think there's 6 on the course. This is one of the favourites. We've got crowd and grandstands in, we've got loads and loads of planting and stuff in. And an interesting point on the planting and on that memory, I don't know if you see the memory in the bottom right there, is 98%. What we found out, courtesy of Callum, my son, thanks to him, was that if you go through the whole scope of everything on the game in the designer and start planting all different varieties of trees, all different varieties of plants, etc., the memory is going to go through the roof. So you're better off keeping, just say, half a dozen trees and then just planting lots of them, as that doesn't increase the memory. But every time you add a new variety of something, it puts 1% on the memory. So that's something I have learned. So I've gone for mainly oak, ash, sycamore, birch, dogwood sort of trees. That's what's given me the colour. Again with this one, the fourth, 2 ways of playing this. It's going to obviously show you with a waypoint that you go up there and across, but if you sneak over here to the left, there is a little bit of fairway that you can get across. Again, it's a risk and reward hole. It's a par 5. You're short or you end up with a fast or a slow, you could be in the drink, and that ain't what you want. Got a few ducks scattered around. I remember on the old golf club game, the ducks were absolutely huge. They were like some sort of mutants, and we did call them, one of them, Dildo Duck, I remember. He was absolutely massive. Right, we're going to play the 5th hole because it's one of my favourite. We're going to drop in and play the odd hole. We've got some ferns on that planted in the rocks. One of my favourite on the course, to be honest, this one. So like I say, there's no wind now, so it's going to be a totally different animal with a bit of wind when you come to play this. Let's see how we get on. Awful, not great at the game either, to be honest, so put that one right in on the money. I've not made the greens too stupid. Yes, there is some slopes on them and some slopes at the back, but when you get in and around the flag, always missed it. They are pretty flat. There you see the deers, the old stag. When you put 1 or 2 stags in there, don't want too much rutting. Don't want them fighting for the best looking doe. Yeah, so quite a nice hole that, even though I made a mess of it. Right, we're dropped back out there. You see the Alps in the distance. Crowd to the left. This is the 6th. Again, where are we? 6th. It's got find it. Here we are. So again, water involved, got to drive down, get prime position, and then you're chipping across. Tough pin position on this one. You're probably going to need to add a little bit of draw shape, get it in there. Nice hole. And then the 7th is a drivable par 4. Got a chance here. Again, water to the left. Don't want any slow or fast on your drive, but it's a chance. Then we've got the 8th, another short hole. Well, short, it's a longer par 3. This one is 200 and something yards. We've just got a few dead trees coming here. And the bridge over the River Kwai there. And then we come to the 9th, which is the first one when we've really started seeing a bit of the history about this course. And we've got all these stones, worshipping stones to the gods of the gladiators and the brave 300 in Sparta. So that's all out of bounds if you go over there. You don't want to be, so you need to be putting your drive somewhere around where that 9 emblem is, and then shaping a ball into the green. But yeah, so we've got some worshipping stones here. And the 10th, par 5, again, getting that pin position and location is crucial. The 11th is a bit of a trickier one. We're going to show you the 11th just to show you how this pans out. We can get in there somewhere. Play test the 11th. So then you give me a 6 iron, because you're not going to make it to that 2nd elevation there. You're talking about, you know, a real tough one to get to. So we're just going to plonk it in. Probably a 7 iron. You want to be away from that rock as well. You don't want to be anywhere near it. You get too close to it, you're not going to have a shot. Tough hole, one of the hardest holes on the course. This, it is only a par 4, but don't forget on this game you can adjust the loft and everything. So it's saying 3 wood in. If you go on the L1 button, you can adjust that so you get more loft. Add a bit of loft into it, and obviously that's your shaping button, so you just look to fade it in a little bit, make sure you get it up there. But it's quite a, you know, you will get it up there. Yes, you might hit sand. It's a tough, like I say, it's a really tough par 4. You're relying on a decent bounce there, which we didn't get. A little flop out, and then you're going to have a tough par putt. Anyone coming off here with a birdie is going to be delighted, that's for sure. Again, nothing really to worry about on the greens. We haven't put in ridiculous amount of burrows on them. And then probably the best hole on the course, or the signature hole anyway, the 12th, which is based on an amphitheatre. There's a crowd all around it. You can see them, they're all around. This was no amphitheatre. They've cut a green into it. Thing of beauty. Crowds are all around the outside of it. Quite a tough little shot, really. If you're short, you're dead, so you certainly don't want to be short. Just about getting it in there and hopefully holding it. Yeah, we've a bit off to the right on the old shot thing, but rather putt. This green isn't quite as easy. It does run there. It's a bit of an upturned saucer. You'll be into that bunker. You can see this one isn't quite as kind. And we've hit that through the other side. Draw on, get in, said the vicar. So not doing great here on the old scores on the doors. 13th, another of my favourites. I'm going to show you this one because this is a cracking hole. This is. So overview of the hole. Here we see it. Bring up the overview. So again, don't want full club. Not going to drive and get there. You're playing down, and the green is set down in a little oasis just to the right of the stones there. So it's all about position off the tee again. With no wind, it's going to be quite easy to thread it through there if you hit it true. But obviously, once the wind starts coming through, we put it straight in the sand. I'm just short. It might be lucky. No, not where you want to be. We will have a shot. They're fairly narrow bunkers, but obviously you're not going to stop the ball now. Right down to this green. It's a waterfall on the back in a minute, you'll see. Got that out. Hopefully that will pitch just on the front edge and run on. Release. Decent shot out of the sand. Lovely hole, lovely planting around this one. We've got a little bit of oasis of rocks to the right. If you come right round where we just come from, which is over there, you'll see the gushing waterfall. Lovely. Like I say, not going to be the best course you've ever played. Sure, it's not going to be, but not going to be the best design course you've ever seen. But I'm pretty pleased with it. God, rattle that. Christ, mother, you laid into that one, didn't you? I want to show you this hole as well, and then it'll just be the 18th afterwards, because this one you've got a choice again. I say you got a choice, you must be this side of the tree. Don't think you're going to be wise and go up here. You'll never get up over the elevation. You need to play to the right of the tree. Probably don't want to run through too far either. Certainly no more than the full hybrid we're going to hit here. And you just want to lay it up, give yourself a chance. If you play it the other way, you won't get up and you'll be cussing the designer. Don't want to be too near that bump either, really. You've got a shot now. You can see you will have a shot, trust me. Up over here, put your angle up, you will. I say that every time I've played it, I've had a shot. Yeah, we're up. Just you're done with being a bit closer to that tree, and then you'd have got up easy. Big bat stop on this one, so if you go in with anything hard like that, free wood, which you probably got to, you will stop. Tough hole. Again, there's a couple on this back nine that are really tough with the elevation change. Get off here with a par, you'll be happy, as long as you don't crane this straight into the bloody. Another nice par. Another short hole there, but we'll drop out now. We'll save them so you can look at them when you actually play it. So the 16th is an interesting hole. Where is that to? Here it is. It's another one where you've got risk and reward. I'm not going to play it, but you see you can drive just about if the wind's favourable to that island there, and then you'll be across to the green and 2 on this par 5. Otherwise you go up to that 16 marker and then across to the left and then across in 3. Tough hole, lots of water. And then the 17th, lovely short hole, real testing short hole. Got to shape the ball, very small green for landing, tough par 3. And then we're going to show you the 18th. First of all, we'll show you in here, we've got a bit of a farmer, one cow, who's had a few more cows fertilised lately. They've been at it like rabbits. And you've then got the shrine to the fallen gladiators in the arenas. You've got a little cemetery here. You can see the humps where they've been buried, the stones which marks that they were a gladiator of worth, and all these monuments that have been erected, and a bigger amphitheatre in the background, the Shrine of Sparta. And that's what we got. This is a nice finishing hole though. It's par 4, out of bounds, obviously the cemetery. If the wind blows, you could be in trouble. There is a get out to the left which you can play to, but obviously you should be able to drive it straight down the gun there and get just over onto the fairway. Lovely finishing hole. Avenue of trees awaits you down the right, and then you've got to shape this one. So a little practice on the shaping. I always like to go club more so, and then probably shape it in like that. Just got to mind you don't catch those trees because it will end up in the drink. That ain't a bad shot. You take that on the 18th. There's a bit of a buffer at the back. It may roll down back off that and get closer. Not loads, but a little bit. And then, like I say, once again, a fairly straightforward putt. We've not been cruel on the putts, giving you a chance. I reckon some people will go around this in quite low numbers, to be honest. So that's the last hole. That is going to be published now. It's a par 70. I think it's about 6,700 yards off the blacks. That is it. Arenas of Sparta. Really chuffed with it. Just going to say there's a few designers out there that are doing really wonders and making some incredible courses on this new game, or from a lot of them's been ported over from 21 admittedly, but Arctic Fury I think is probably my favourite courses at the moment. It's made a couple absolute belters. The Broken Locket in Belgium is one, and I think it's called Karimfa in Austria is another one that's a really nice course, and I think he was involved in Sherwood Shores, which is an official course as well. And there's a few channels that are doing showcases on courses all the time. Jim Gem does some good showcases, and also Gamer Ability does some good showcases. They ain't got loads of subscribers, around 6,000, something like that, so they're not massive channels, but they do some very good course showcases and some tutorials, and they're a lot better at this game than playing it than I am. But yeah, I've really enjoyed making it. Anyway, dudes, until next time, never know, there may well be a Spartan series one day when eFootball get a Master League back up and running. That would be nice. If not, I might see you when we make some more of these courses. Look out, there could be a rebirth for the Rock of Leonardus. Cheers.